One love, one heart, let's get together and feel all right. As it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. Big up to the one, the late, great Bob Marley, of course. His birthday is coming up February 6th. And, of course, I had a wonderful birthday on February 1st. Also, big up to Dennis Brown. Those who don't know who Dennis Brown is, the crown prince of reggae. Rick James' also birthday was February 1st. Langston Hughes' birthday was February 1st. Man, there was a whole bunch of them celebrate their birthday in the spirit realm on the February 1st. So big up to all of them. I come out of that legacy, that energy of the Bob Marley and the Dennis Brown. As a matter of fact, I've met and actually booked Dennis Brown. Dennis Brown was born 57. I'm born 67. So, he's 10 years my senior. He transitioned in 1999. Good friend, good brother. He did my last show at SOBs back in August of 1998. So, hey, it is what it is. But what I want to discuss today for my family out there. Remember, please share this, because we have a sequence of numbers that we have to deal with within for the next 18 days or more, but more so the power and strength of the 18 days, which equals a 9, which represents completion, and of course endings. Just pay close attention from February 2nd all the way to February 20th, even going to February 29th, because we're in a leap year and this extra month is added in. So it has a very significant meaning for a reason. But dealing with what they are speaking about now, I was sent or made aware on my Facebook feed by my dear friend Monique from Nicholas, Brooklyn, in Brooklyn. Make sure you support them, about this thing called palindrome. And how they say it? Palindrome. It's called a palindrome, and it's a word that says it's a word, phase, or sequence that reads the same backwards as forwards. So it says it's a word or phase or sequence that's read backwards as well as forward. So 0, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 2, 0. You could read it also backward and come up with the same sequence. So they say this is not seen but every 900 years, or haven't been seen in 900 years. Okay. Similar sequence came about, like I've said on my feed, in 2020, 2002, pardon me. So this is very significant. I want to read what I said on Instagram and on Facebook early this morning, because I usually get up in the morning and, early in the morning, I get up early in the morning, I download a lot. So I'm going to read what I said, because at that moment, this is what was in my mind at that moment. So I'm going to read what I put on Facebook of King Simon on Facebook and King Simon Productions on Facebook. So if you want to be my friend on Facebook, or on my production, King Simon Production on Facebook, or at Instagram and on Twitter. I did put it up at King Simon Proud on Twitter. Please go to and become my friend, join my universe, and let's have a good old mathematical numerovational time. Now, this is what I said. I said, just sharing some early morning downloads and uploads. Numbers reveal and show message patterns in this realm. Pay close attention to your intuition and ancestral messages between today, February the 2nd, 2020, and February the 20th, 2020. Also, it can extend to February 29th, 2020, because the 2 plus the 9 equals 11, which is a 2. But again, the stronger energy of this palindrome is all about February 2nd, 2020, and the strength of the 18 days, February the 20th, 2020. So February 2nd, 2020 to February 20th, 2020 is a strong vibration. I said on my feed on Instagram and Facebook, I said there was a similar energy that took place in 2002 or 2002, but not exactly the same pattern. Anyway, don't be surprised of what you see and hear around you on television, on radio, etc. Remember, clear 2020 vision can be dulled if we are not alert and focused. In this period, assets and liabilities has to be recognized between this time also. Allow things and people in your life that are assets to enhance and energize you, and you enhance and energize them, and be willing to let go of all things and people that are a liability to you in your life. Be willing to let go of all things and people that are a liability in your life. You have an 18-day window from February 2nd to February 20th, but it can go beyond that depending on your personal cycles. Love y'all unconditionally, Brother King Simon Kwaku. So this is what I wrote early this morning on my feed on Facebook and on Instagram and on Twitter. Very interesting that I would wake up to see what was posted and then read what they said about the palindrome and its importance of the sequence going backwards and forward. And that's duality. As it's going forward, it reads one way, and as it's going backwards, it reads the same way. Just like a pendulum, it swings the same way, back and forth, back and forth. So there's duality in everything. That's why I say you have to pay attention to assets and liabilities, because that's a duality. Especially the people that are surrounding you that are not enhancing you to be your very best. See, as much as we talk about 2020, we have been in the 20 or the 2000 energy for the last 20 years. So things has become sensitive. Things has become perverted. Things have become sensitive and intuitive on one high energy sense, but also people are perverting your intuition and your sensitivity also. So you gotta be aware of that, because that anything that proceeds when zeros precede any number, it adds a doorway. It adds a doorway of in and out, because whatever can come in through that doorway, it can go out back through that doorway. So again, duality is there, and we have to be very clear on what we're seeing. And remember zero as potential, whether potentially low frequency or potential high frequency. That zero brings about either the extremities of clockwise energy or the extremities of counterclockwise. Construction, destruction. You can either have those two dualities when these zeros are added. And just like the binary codes of the computer, and let's share something about the binary code, because binary is also similar coding for computer programming. And when you read about the binary meaning, according to Google, and the meaning, it says binary. Okay, so when you read the binary code, it says relating to or composed of or involving two things, relating to, using, or expressed in a system of numerical notation that has 2 rather than 10 as a base. So the binary of 1001,001, this is what this whole sequence of the 202,020 is also a binary sequence also. And there's power added to that binary sequence, because the zero brings the power and it adds much more enhancement to the number that it proceeds or that it is also leading. So always be very mindful when you see zeros before a number or zero after a number. It's adding some type of potential. For even people born on the 10th, the 20th, or the 30th of the month, there is potential. That's why I always call, and most numerologists won't do that, I call them master number potential, because zero adds potential. Because without the zero, we would not have the computer technology or binary codes and binary system that we and sequences today, without the zero that is and came from our ancient history. Hey, that can't be refuted. So it is what it is. That's why we are able to speak to each other and over the phones and all that, because these are computer systems that we're working with. So this cycle, this 18-day period, Be very clear and concise on who you're dealing with. Be very clear and concise of your intuition. Be very clear and concise about your visions and your dreams and your aspirations. Be very clear and concise about that. Also, because the 20 is in the midst of it and the 2 and the 0 is in it. Remember, 2 is the number of compassion. 2 is the number of love, affection, feeling. And people can also use your love and affections and feelings against you. So this says, because of the numbers of 2s that shows up, it's about 4 2s that shows up. So if you take away all the zeros, you have an angel number of 22, 22. So the 2 master numbers, 22, 22, which is 44. Boom, that's 22 plus 22. Big up the blue pill. 44. Of course, that's the number of material and spiritual understanding of each other, but it's also the number of foundation and focus and being very meticulous on how you do things and how you're aware of things. But remember that 2, again, because it's such strong vibration of the 4 2s, that also deals with that that compassionate energy that you have to have for yourself, because all love and compassion should start within and then shared with others. So within this next 18 day, 1 and 8 is 9, this is the ending and completion cycle also. So you got to learn to end certain relationships that don't need to be there, especially before the spring equinox come in, but learn to end and be more respectful and be more loving when you end it. Even when if you have to end a relationship because they've been toxic or they haven't been supportive, or you just don't feel the energy with them anymore, you have to, in this sequence between February 2nd to February 20th, even going into the 29th, extended, because this is a leap year. And we have an extra day, which is the 29th, which adds up to 11, master number 11 of revelations, and the 2, which is the lower octave, which is compassion again. So whatever is being revealed to you in this next 18-day period, be willing to clear it. Be willing to release it and let go. Let go. I was listening to Miss Blue the other day. What a great breakdown that she had. Make sure you tune into Miss Blue, Blue Raspberry, I think it is called, her YouTube, and she was breaking down about twin flames and soulmates. Very interesting, especially about the twin flames, because there's duality with that, where a twin flame can bring you all hell, can bring you all the fire, can bring you all of the tests you need that's going to test your very spirit and your very emotion, because they're so negative or they're abusing you or whatever. But the twin flame can also be a strong indication, a strong love that fire under your backside that needed to help take you to the next level. So there's duality in the twin flame, where one can be abusive or one can be supportive, where that person that is so much of a fire at your backside to help you to become better, that can be a twin flame in your life. But there's an other side of the twin flame where they can be very devastating, destructive in your life. So you got to pay attention to duality. Even the soulmate, she said, and I couldn't say it any better. Miss Blue, you are the bomb. I couldn't say it any better. Miss Blue was saying how everybody has a contract with everything in existence that they've come encountered with. And your soulmate could be your mother, your soulmate could be your father, your soulmate could be your daughter, those are all your connective soul energies. And you signed the contract to get here. That's why I had to thank my mother. And that's what's so interesting. She reminded me and brought that back to mind. So I had to thank my mother and my father for making the physical and spiritual contract for me to come through my mother's womb to manifest here. And I'm a person that went through it in my life, went through thinking about harming myself 3 times, but I'm here to talk to you because I started to understand and listen to the voices within me. Even when I try to hurt myself at the age of 8, I try to do this in a bathroom, in a dark bathroom, and all these voices just rushed me and said, yo, what are you doing? You're gonna miss your mom, you're gonna miss your dad, you're gonna miss your grandma, you're gonna miss don't let these people pull you down because of your complexion and all that kind of stuff. Yo, I was going through that 8 years old. And like I've said before, If you have family members dogging you because of your complexion, then go to school and people dogging you because of your complexion. Where else to go? But being connected, but wanting to get out of this realm. No, I didn't do it. At 8, I ran out the bathroom. I threw that blade down and ran out the bathroom, put it back where it was supposed to be, cried in the bathroom, crying in the dark. At 8 years old was not a good look, but I'm an old soul, so I felt a lot of old energy come around me in the bathroom. It's like, you ever been in the bathroom and you just felt a heavy presence around you? That's how I felt at 8 years old. And that was powerful to me. So getting back to the point, there's a lot of releasing that I and you and everybody out there has to do, even sometimes your children. If you find your children not telling you certain things and not speaking and staying to themselves a lot, you got to sit down with them and talk to them and what's going on with them sometimes. But don't force it out of them. Let them trust you enough to let it out, because sometimes it's something that's going on at school or something that they dreamt about or something that you got to pay attention. So getting back to the point of this whole palindrome of the sequence going backward, the number sequence going backwards and forward, looking like the same thing or being the same thing backwards and forward, that's the duality. It's like the pendulum swinging back and forth. It don't swing like this and like this. It swings back and forth. There's the duality of paying attention. And because it's all the twos and it's the zeros, and you see the master number 22 and you see the angel numbers 22, paying attention to your intuition and your love energy and your balance energy is very important in this particular cycle. Very good cleansing cycle, very good spiritual cleansing cycle that we have to deal with and that we should deal with, because this only comes around every 900 years according to them. Every 900 years they said this sequence come around. And I just said it's an 18-day period, and 1 plus 8 equals 9. And 9 is the number of universal love, universal understanding, but also a number of completion and endings, universal completion and universal endings, and thinking on a higher level and a highly intuitive level. So each one of you pay attention to your thoughts. And if it's a conducive and productive thoughts, write them down. You could write down both sides. Have a sheet that has positive and negative on it and write it down. Write down which ones and which one is succeed or which one is surpassing the other one. Because if you have more negative than your positive on a daily basis within this next 18 days, there's a problem. There's something that you need to resolve. If you have more positive than negative in these next 18 days, good. Release it. Write it down. And write the positive and negative on separate papers. And then when you finish writing them down at the end of the 18-day period, guess what you do? You take the positive ones and keep, and you take the negative ones and you burn. Because that burning represents some type of purge and release that we have to do. So all the negative thoughts that you have on one piece of paper, you burn that because you want to heal from that. Look it over, of course, and see how you can balance it out and manage it, because one thing in this realm, we have to learn to manage our weaknesses, because all of us have them. To the very strongest man and woman out there, the very self-esteem man and woman out there, the one that thinks they are ish and all that stuff, everyone out there have their ups and downs. They all have their positive and negative, their strengths and weaknesses. But it's very important that you learn to strengthen your strengths and manage your weaknesses. Strengthen your strength, brothers and sisters, and manage your weaknesses, and help teach your children to strengthen their strength and manage your weakness. I want to thank Baba Smalls, because I had a great time with him at the Shrine of the Black Madonna in Houston, Texas. And there was two beautiful children. One was on the one. What's so funny? I could tell which one was this and which number was that, because the one that bumped his head on the altar and was all over the place, my mind said he's a number 5. Boom. When I asked his mama when his birthday was, she said May 5th. I said, boom. But the other one, the older one that was to himself playing, I could tell his energy was something else. But I had to ask the birthday. And sure enough, his birthday was May the 25th. So both of them born in May. Just one born on the 25, which is a 25, which is a 7, which is that energy that will stay to themselves and do their own thing. And the other one was a 5 that was all over the place. So numbers have its patterns and it reveals itself. And the mama born under the 21st, which is a 3. Lord have mercy. I know she's something else. So big up to her and big up to her 2 sons that was there. And it was a family affair. So big up to the people of the Shrine of the Black Madonna, Sister Nyla Nelson, and the bishop there who I met. We was in a private conference with Baba James Miles, watching us back with the other security team, but I was there also just in case. Once again, family, please share this. Please share this. And if you want to do a Numerovation session with me, hey, look, it's really about recognizing your patterns in your life and what you need to do in your life at this particular time moving forward. Like it's a palindrome is a sequence of going back, of a sequence of numbers that you can look at it forward. It looks the same way going backward. So that's the duality of numbers and its vibration. So because it's because all the 2s that are in that palindrome adds up to an 8, ancestral connection, ancestral understanding, but making sure it's all about the build and destroy energy. You have it in your hand to build or destroy, go high or low. Everything is in your hands. Everything is in your hands. Look at our hands. All of us have different prints, different lines, all of that. Everything is in our hands, and all of us have that individuality of print and hand, eye retina scans, eye retina prints, all of that. So just feet prints, all of that. So pay attention in this cycle from February the 2nd to February the 20th, going even into the 29th, because that adds up, because we're in a leap year in February. And happy Black Power Month forever, because we don't celebrate Black History Month. We celebrate history forever, melanated history forever. So big up to all of y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for watching. If you want to text me and get a Numerovation session, please text me your full name and date of birth at 347-496-1022. 347-496-1022. And if you want to share this on your platform, if you have a YouTube channel you want to share it on and you feel this message is important, please share this message. Send a Cash App. If you want, my Cash App is $King Simon 3158. That's $King Simon 3158. If this has been a helpful information to you, if you want to do a personal session with me, I do 30 minutes and an hour. Please text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. While I'm on the road, I'm still doing sessions, and I will definitely let you know if I'm not able to do the session, but you must set up the session before I put you on the calendar. Remember, my websites are kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, kingsimonproductions.eventbrite.com, and numbersaresimple.com. And please get 3 of the books that I have now. I have more that I'm writing, but 3 books that I have now. One is called No Promotion is Bad Promotion, just spell my name right. The other one is called Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. And the other one is called Numbers Are Simple, Our Children's Health is Important. That's good for adults and children. If you read that book, it's good for adults and children in regards to health is concerned. And I pick up all my I have a recommended reading list in the back of the book. So if you want to study deeper, and I will be teaching classes soon around the spring equinox. After the spring equinox, that's when we're going to start to do my online classes. And we're going to have a good time. Believe me, and we'll read. If you want to do it all 4 weeks, or you want to do just the daily one, that's up to you. But each one is going to keep on taking you to the next level of this mathematical patterns and numerovation, because that's what I do. Numerovation for the nation, baby, because numerovation means motivating you with your numbers connected to your birthday and your name. And if you understand those numbers connected to your birthday and to your name, man, you can continue to take it at a higher level, whatever level you want to go. You can continue to take it to a next level. It has definitely helped people around the world. And even if they're doing it at their own private time, some people have the nerve to say, oh, I never know that it helped anybody. Believe me, I know that it helps people. It has helped me. It has helped numerous of entertainers and actors that don't tell you and tell you that they do these things, because that's a part of their advisory board. They have to know their sequence and cycles. And most of the people that are going through the ups and downs of life and all that, they don't know their sequence and cycles and their seasons and cycles in life. They don't understand why they continue to attract these type of people. And if you do continue to attract a certain type of people, how to turn lemons into lemonade. How are you going to turn lemons into lemonade? And the study of numbers or astrology or cardology or cosmophysics or tarot or what I Ching, whatever you are doing out there to help the people, whatever you're doing out there to help the people, and I'm speaking particularly to those people that practice these modalities, whatever you're doing to help the people, that's where it's most important because they need it. And if you have the talent and you're willing to learn it, then go learn. Go learn on the Aquarius Maxim. Go learn on the Lloyd Strayhorn. Go learn on the King Simon. Go learn on the Ra'aku. Learn. And once you learn, you earn, and then you return. You learn, you earn the finance, then you return this message back to the community because we're not going to live forever. And we need people like you out there that's willing to learn. Teach your children from young. I can teach a children's class. I'm that simple. Children can listen to me and understand. Yo, that's interesting. And like I said in the audience, I said, boom, numerology ain't going nowhere. I said, 1 plus 1 is always going to equal 2. But if you have 2 ones in a relationship and one decides to be arrogant and one decides to be a high achiever and the other one is becoming second guessing themselves, then that's when the relationship will break apart. Simple mathematics. When it comes to doing, I do also compatibility sessions. So when I do my sessions, man, I motivate the couple, I motivate the individual, I can motivate the child, at least if they understand and comprehend, if their head is not. But if you do have a child and you want to do a session for them, make sure they are able to comprehend what I'm saying. I will definitely go to them because like Baba Kaba Hayawata said, if you can't speak to the level of a child to make a child understand, then you're not teaching. All the big words, I don't have to throw out big words and all that kind of stuff. I don't need big words. I need to be able to produce something that will help the child think bigger of themselves because they were born under that number. Because they were born and because they connected to that number. And if they listen, and that's why I record all my sessions. If you listen over and over again, it will help enhance you every time you listen. Every time you listen. And when you want to update it, hey, you come to me and get an update. And big up to all of those that are studying, all those that are researching, all those that take the time to watch a video like this. I want to say enough respect to you. I want to thank you from all over my heart. Thank you. Thank my family. Thank you from my family. Thank you from my true friends and associates. Thank you for all the people that's been in my life and those that have supported me over the years from the party days to now. Thank you. I really, really, truly love and care for you unconditionally. I really, truly, I'm learning so much now that I'm in a 53-year cycle now, 8 years old. 5 and 3 is 8. So 53, I'm just 8 years old. I don't care what nobody's saying. It is what it is. So I'm looking at it from that perspective. And like I told you, Greyhound misplaced my bag. I know I'm going to get it back, but Greyhound misplaced my bag, but it just understood to me in my critical cycle before my birthday that I just needed to release some things. So, finishing off within the last minute, this 18-day period from February 2nd to February 20th, pay attention and clean out those liabilities in your life. But do it with compassion, do it with love, do it with respect. Just always recognize who are assets, who are liabilities, and keep the liabilities moving with love and respect. Have a great day, afternoon, and evening. Stay at peace. Text me if you want to do a session. If you're outside of the United States, text me on WhatsApp. Share this with people who need to hear this. Have a great day, afternoon, and evening. Everything you want will be on the description. Peace.